What's up, guys? Pittsburgh Weiss Schwarz back again. Another set review. We are finally doing Morfonica X RAS. We have heard your requests. Brian is finally back from vacation.
I'm here.
Andy's also here.
Hi, guys. I'm back from college.
And we're going to get right into it. We're going to start with the TD. We're going to blow through this one. We might do it all in one video. We'll see how it goes. But let's just get started. Andy, you can start us off.
Okay. I think we need to bring the infographic back with all the.
Oh,
names.
yeah, that's right.
Hold
on.
Who is this character?
Morfonica bang names. They're like an image.
We maybe throw in a little cheat sheet in there somewhere.
There was a cheat sheet here. Hold on. There we go.
I've got Heart of the Cards up. This is Nanami.
There we go. Here, I'll put it on the. We can refer back to it if need be.
Alright, I might have to like open this up in another tab here.
I can't read that. Make that bigger. Yeah, Nanami.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Alright. We got my favorite Morfonica character, Nanami. She's a Final 500, and you can pay 1, put it into the waiting room, look at up to 4 cards for a music character. I like that it can give like 500 power, and then once that stops being useful, if you want to like maybe put down a stronger assist or open up a back row spot for a standby or I don't know, whatever, you can just sack it off and get your mill and get your card.
I mean, if you need the deck speed, it's nice. I feel like in Bang Dream's vast pool of cards, there's probably better cards for deck speed unless you need the Morfonica trait specifically for some reason.
I think it's just fine.
Yeah,
Seems like a solid clean cut target too. Aren't
Yeah, there is
isn't
a clean
Bang Dream
cut.
getting a clean cut?
Yeah, they're getting a clean cut.
Wow, spoilers.
Yeah, it's in green. All right, Brian.
All right, here we have
Toko.
Toko, yeah. She's so happy. Level 0, 2500. When this card attacks, if all of your characters are music trait, look at up to 2 cards from the top of your deck. Choose one, return it to the top of your deck, put the rest in the waiting room. It's choose your trigger on a 2500 power level 0 body. Kind of lame.
Yeah, it's pretty whatever.
Doesn't do anything else. Unless you're like fishing for standbys or something, and even then it's just meh because it's so small.
There are twin drives in this set. You don't need to play this. Twin drive's in the same color, actually.
Yeah.
So
underwhelming.
I'm a fan of that sort of effect usually, but that's like if it has something else stapled to it.
Yeah, it just
on its
doesn't do
own,
anything.
like not good enough.
All right, we got this Anonymity. It's a 4K. You can't play events or backups. Notably, that's like a real drawback in Bang Dream where you want to play events main phase. This card could become a liability. You have other oversized options.
You have tons.
Yeah, I think.
If you're not playing events, though, it's fine.
Yeah, it's like a fine yellow. Sure. Yeah, it's. No,
if you're not playing events, you're probably playing backups or something. Then, if you're standbying, right?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe. Good point.
If you want a yellow oversized, there's a Kokoro from
like
Girls Band Party or whatever.
Yeah, the
I don't know,
tier less
too many
stock.
sets.
The tier less stock one,
Yeah, in the same color. All right, next card. Back to Andy.
All right, this is
oh, it's a 2K. You don't have to waste your turn.
Cocohiragari. Okay. I'll just use my turn on this next one then. This is Nanami.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Again, you can rest this, put a card from your hand into your stock, and it is a level assist. Not really a fan of this one. I think like being able to get an extra stock in a pinch is nice, but you're Bang Dream. You have so many, like such a vast card pool. Like there has to be a better level assist to play than this.
Yeah, I don't know. Like this card is fine in Fate, but it's like kind of different. In Fate, you have a hand surplus more often than not.
I mean, the Ilya in Fate also just gives 2K frontal always. I'm pretty sure
it's 1500. Like
1500 frontal always. Yeah. So, not a huge fan.
Yeah, pretty whatever. It's a fine card. It's just pretty whatever.
Yep.
All right.
All right, we've got
Alright.
this blonde girl who is Toko again. Level 3, 9500 power, on play, heal 1. When this card is placed on the stage from your hand, gains 1000 power times the number of your music characters. So gets very large heals.
Yeah.
It's a TD healer. It's extremely whatever.
No, it's more like a D plus because of the heals. But that's pretty bad. What is this? A blank 2 soul? No, blank wind. All right.
Ew.
On to blue in the TD. Who's this character? She has a funny name. Tsukushi. Well, not funny, longer. Tsukushi Futaba. Okay. Your other reliable chairperson Toko, which is that card we looked at earlier, and this 105500 vanilla Moshiro get 1000 power. And then it is a ditch bond to either of those cards. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Nope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as like a trial deck's concerned, it's probably fine in the trial deck, but
Yeah.
It's probably fine in the TD, yeah, but I miss the days of pay 1 plus Apple Bonds.
You almost never get those these days.
yeah, they just don't print good cards anymore like they used to.
Yeah, right. Madoka was broken.
All right, next, Andy.
Ooh, who's mommy? This is
Rui.
Rui Yoshio. I like her. All your level 0 or lower characters in front of this get 1000 power, and it is a brainstorm that draws you a card. I don't like the card though. This kind of I'm not really a fan of that level 0 power pump sort of effect. Unless it has something else like impactful it's doing in the back row, and like this would be like a fifth copy of a brainstorm if you wanted it, but come on, you don't need it.
Yeah, it's like decks are trending more towards 2 brainstorm than they are 4 these days.
Just play the Rimi that gives 500 power on your turn.
Yep.
D because it is a brainstorm with a somewhat relevant thing
Wow.
effect.
Rest in peace, the days of B for brainstorm.
Yeah, no, not anymore. We have to up our standards. This is modern Weiss Schwarz. All right, Brian.
We have Tsukushi again.
Yep.
On play, from your hand to the stage, you may discard a card. If you do, look at up to 4 cards from the top of your deck, take a level 1 or higher card, it's on death. It's a Chiuri. It's a level 1 or higher Chiuri on death.
This card is like really important for Modern Bang Dream, I think. This is like the card you're buying the TD for. And there's probably only 2 of it, so you probably got to buy 2 DDs to get 4 of this. Like, if you think about warehouse decks, what's the biggest fail case to warehouse decks? Not having your warehouses in grave. And this can grab warehouse, which then mills you more cards to put more cards in grave. Any Bang Dream deck that's playing events, pretty much any Bang Dream deck ever would probably play 2 of this, I think. This is like
Chiuri that can grab their event cards. Yeah, super important, I feel like.
Well, I feel like Bang Dream has been super scuffed for level 0 profiles until this set, and this is like one of those level 0s that pretty much goes in every deck. It's just free mill. You need it.
Not really a fan of these in general, but like the level 1 or higher Chiuris, but I think like I much prefer the level 0 or just get a character ones like the original ones, but I think in the case for Bang Dream where you have like actual event cards you want to be running at level 1, like the warehouses or toilets or I don't know, whatever else in a build you play, or heck, even to get like your buns for luck later in the game, just to be able to like find your stock swap or whatever other event you might want to play.
Yeah, I think it's just really important for Bang Dream to have like a actual good level 0 profile. So
it'd also be nice in standby also, right? Being
yeah. Get free mill.
Some mill during your combat step by playing over this.
You're with the B plus? Or you know what? In Bang Dream it's probably an A, yeah.
Yeah.
Just because of all the events. Then like you're probably still playing Kasumi. Kasumi's too good. Unfortunately. But I don't know, maybe you're not. Maybe there's something.
But I mean, even if you're not playing Kasumi, then you're probably playing either something with toilet, like some pop and party toilet deck, or something that's playing standby.
Yeah. Probably goes in every deck.
Most likely, yeah. Seems pretty good. Good card is good.
Alright, next. Got this Rui 1-0. It is a cost bomb that sends to bottom deck, and it has Hand Encore.
It's a level 1.
Yep.
I don't like it.
Yeah, it's fine.
It's not well positioned at the moment.
Cost bombs are down. I'm not gonna go that out. I think it's fine.
Doesn't have another effect on it. It's just like a cost bomb. Like, yeah, you can encore, but whatever.
That is a good point.
Maybe if slime becomes like.
No, you know what?
Stop playing standby.
I thought about it. I thought about it for like 3 seconds. For the encore to be relevant with this, you have to ditch 2.
You have to ditch 2. You have to crash.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. It sucks
back.
then.
Yeah.
Yeah. I wasn't even thinking about that. Yeah, that's bad. All right, back to the top.
We got a Sakuuchi, right? Tsuchiko?
Yep.
What is it? I don't know. When this attacks, if you have 4 or more cards in your hand, this gets 3,000 power. So it shoots up to 7,500 when you attack. Sits at 45 on the defense. As far as like an assassin profile goes, it's fine, but
it's fine. Yeah,
it's big robot. It's sex robot.
Ties with level 1 standby targets. Yeah.
She's a sex machine.
That's her.
You do have Ramrus in Bang Dream. People forget about that.
Oh, do you?
Yeah, the fucking Saya, the 1-0 Saya.
It has some stupid climax combo that you don't play with it.
Yeah, that makes it 500 power less. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. Even if you want a card to bring back like that, why wouldn't you? Just
you have better cards.
Yeah. Bomb, right?
Yeah, you have better cards. Well, because for that effect to work, the card has to live. That's why the sex robot is good, because it clears the lane and then it fucks off to memory and you never see it again.
I suppose so, yeah. But I mean, you could just do that with like a. Well, I guess if the Cost Me bomb's dying, it's not.
Yeah, I guess the reason why Ramrus is good is because a pay 1 plus is already fine. A pay 1 selective plus to field, and then like the upside is that it has memory, like, which is what makes it stupid. But
I always thought the robot was the worst card in Slime.
Yeah, it is the worst card. A lot of people don't even fucking play it anymore.
Like why not just pull out another what's it called, another Shizu, and have that go to memory because it gets big on attack also.
Only if you have the climax down. That's what the robot's for. But I mean, the robot's gonna go away with new Slime because that old deck will need more slots. You'll have more cards to compete because you'll have a better level 0 lineup, which is pretty scary. But that's a topic for a different video. We already reviewed Slime. You can check out our Slime 2 set review. All right, next card.
All right, we've got this white-haired girl.
Moshiro.
Moshiro. It's the level 1 climax combo in the trial deck. When this card attacks, if the book is in your climax zone and you have another music character, put the top 2 cards of your deck to waiting room. Choose up to 1 level X or lower music character in your waiting room. X is the sum of the levels. So it's on attack cigarettes off of book in the TD.
If you are playing a budget Bang Dream deck, or maybe not even budget, and you want like, just an on-attack combo, I think this might be better than Crystal Song Yukina. It depends on the way your deck is.
It's more selective than Crystal Song Yukina.
Slightly. I think the selection from cigarettes is a meme. But like, I think the big thing with Bang Dream is your level 0s are like strong utility, right? Like they scale well. The problem with the level 0s in Bang Dream were they were bad at level 0 for the most part. You didn't have like the early game mill, you didn't have the clean cut, you didn't have really strong plussing profiles, you had all the bombs and stuff, but like you do have good scaling cards throughout the game. So the fact that you always had a level 0 back from your grave is pretty good. It would push me towards this over the Crystal Song, unless of course you were trying to play Roselia, in which case obviously you can't play this Morfonica card. This card does have a support card. It's like an event where it's a 1-0 event that salvages a character level or lower equal to this card in your grave, so there's loop potential there. Since it's an on-attack combo. That's about it. I just wanted to say my piece on that card. And I at the end of the day, I think it's like just fine.
I mean, I don't hate it. I think it seems playable at level 1 if you're.
Yeah, it's like a B minus. It's probably just a B actually. Just a playable card, playable combo.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we'll get to this when we get to the other colors, but me personally, like my knee-jerk reaction on this is that if you're playing a Morfonica deck, like mono Morfonica or whatever, this seems like a much better level 1 combo to me than the double rare yellow one.
Yeah, we'll get to that one soon. tearing
I
through
think
this
I think
TV.
there's like a reason you would play this over that. There's like a good discussion there, I think. But B is good for this card.
All right, next. Just a vanilla. We can skip to the next one. Goes with that bond card.
Vanilla.
You got this 2/1 Rui. On play, you mill 2. Gains X power. X is equal to the number of music characters milled times 3,000. So it could be a 13k. It is a weird early play killer that could kill 2/2s if you mill 2 music characters. But in a deck where you want to play events and you have 8 climaxes, the effect is unreliable. I do not like it.
Yeah, you're Bang Dream. You have better cards.
Yep.
Yeah, there's
have
no reason to play
other
this.
ways to kill
Well,
kill early plays.
When you have Rimi Bomb in your set, it's really hard to justify playing any other form of like early play removal when you're also playing events. Because that card just says I win 2 lanes. So it has to be pretty damn good for you to want to play it, or just be an actual Dachi. So alright, next, back to Andy.
Okay. We got the hold on, let me reference the
Moshiro.
Moshiro. On play, you can draw 1 card, bounce one of your opponent's characters. Oh wait, no. Wait, what is this? On play, draw a card, choose one of your opponent's characters. They get the ability they cannot use backups or events during that battle. And then this waiting room changes into this other Moshiro.
Yeah, and the other Moshiro is the on attack bottom 3 IC2. That's also a damage scry. But it gives your damage scry Moshiro like an on play effect, because that other card does not have an on play effect.
Okay.
So it gives you a little bit of value. Cantrips, and turns off events or backups. It's probably fine. Unfortunately, the way that you use the second Moshiro that we're going to look at in like 5 seconds here means that the card will not come from like this change because of how you're going to summon it. They have like a Slime 2 Rimuru like combo where you summon an arbitrary card from grave to attack. So the fact that the other Moshiro is a damage scry means that if you didn't kill your opponent, you get a defensive option on your last attack instead of another Moshiro to like try to keep looping it, because that combo can like go infinite until you run out of Moshiros to summon. So,
why doesn't this would be so much better? I think if it healed. Like being able to go like the healer into the damage scry would be actually pretty.
That would be really good.
Handy.
Yeah.
Too good for a trial deck is why.
Yeah, probably. But as the card stands, it's just okay. I don't think it's like actually too bad. It's just that I don't think it sees any play based on the way the deck shakes out. If you want to play this Morfonica or play the Moshiro cards.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Brian.
All right, we've got this other Moshiro we were just talking about. On attack, pay 1, ditch 1, Icy Tail 3. During your opponent's turn, when damage taken by you isn't canceled when you eat damage. If this card's in your front row, look at the top card of your deck and either keep it there or send it to the waiting room. So damage scry during your opponent's turn.
Yeah, it's fine. It's only good because it's a good standby target for 1, like 100%. Like this
really
card,
good standby target.
This card goes in every standby deck basically, because it's a defensive and offensive effect that's not related to being on play.
Yep.
And then it goes in the deck where you play the Moshiro finisher and you can summon this card off that. So you got a little bit of a two different kinds of decks that can go in. But in those 2 decks specifically, card's good.
Yeah, I can
think Andy's right. Yeah.
Seems playable, yeah.
Playing it outside that deck, you probably have to play the support card that we just looked at that goes with it, but that card is also kind of underwhelming, so you want to play this card. It kind of pushes you towards either 8 standby or that other finisher.
Yeah.
But card's pretty sick. I like these like offensive and defensive cards. Alright. The event that I referenced previously. You can, when you play it, salvage a character level X or lower equal to the number of your level 1 combo in your grave. You can read this as effectively giving you additional copies of your level 1 combo on your successive turns. Unfortunately, the level 1 combo can't grab the card, but it is additional level 1s in your deck if you're playing that combo to mill to add more cards back to your hand, I guess. So brings up.
You could
your
probably
higher
run
level count.
like 1 or 2 of this, right?
Yeah, I think the decks that are playing the Moshiro are playing like 3 or 4.
That doesn't seem right to me.
Mm.
Because like you're not always going to have them in your waiting room. Like after a refresh, you're not going to have them in your waiting room or like a waiting room in
if
general.
you think about it this way, right? So like you play down.
Also, your
Chiiri,
level 1 combo seems like a good like level up target too.
Like, I don't know. It is an option that you can play. Like, it is an event that you can grab off of your Chiiri that you can then play if like combos go to your clock at level 0. That you can then grab them. Because the count resolves before you salvage, obviously. So if you have 1 Moshiro, you can exchange this for a Moshiro and then combo.
Right.
So I don't think it's terrible. But it's just fine. I'll give it the C+ because I like the loop potential of the card. Giving you effectively 8 level 1 combos, if you look at it that way.
Yeah, I mean, even if you don't have a Moshiro in waiting room, it exchanges for a level 0. Worst case, you can get a utility 0.
Yeah, and then do something else. You can go drop search or something.
I guess you do have the Chiyuri also to help
Yeah.
get the Moshiros in your graveyard or to just like grab this event.
Yeah. Limited use, but it's probably fine. I know that Randall Shizukatsu had a deck that like showcased this combo in this card and used it pretty well with a lot of like level 0 utility. Can link that in the description actually. It's pretty cool. Like a mono or like or Morfonica focused deck, I think. I think it plays the old Yuki in the top end. I can't particularly remember. I think it's Book Pants. But yeah, to finish out the trial deck, we got a blank 2 soul. Or no, this isn't the 2 soul. It's a Salvage Split Soul. More of these weird climaxes. Has anyone played with this? A Salvage Split Soul?
Choose a character with a soul icon, return it to your hand, choose 2 of your characters, they gain 1 soul.
Furry has that.
Yeah,
Don't they have a combo off that?
I know Tyler was playing with the Sally combo that had
Yeah, that's the only thing I was going to say that I've sleeved up, but...
Yeah, but not recently. I haven't seen anybody play anything with that. I mean, I don't think a lot of sets have it.
Yeah, it's fairly new. I don't know. Maybe we'll see. This one's blank, but overall, TD seems fine. It's like stronger than a normal TD, I think, because it's boosting up a band that hasn't existed. You definitely got to get the Chiiri. Level 1 combo's nice. Moshiro, Damage Scry, and Icy Tail is pretty good too. But I mean, like, we're only at like 20-ish minutes, so we can just like go into yellow. Let's just see how far we go.
Let's do it.
I'm down.
All right, we'll just go back to Andy. I think it is Andy, yeah? Yeah.
Whatever, sure. This is a Nanami, Astral Harmony. 2 or more other music characters on your field gets constant plus 1,000 power, so it'll be a 5,500, 6,500 when you attack. With the combo, and the combo is when you attack, if you have the choice climax, you can discard a music character. If you do, look at up to 5 cards from the top of your deck, choose up to 2 music characters from among them, show it to your opponents, and put it in your hand, and the rest go to waiting room. So why don't one of you guys talk about how great this card is, and then I'll tell you why this card sucks.
Well, I don't think it's that great. I think if you play this, it's because you want an on-attack combo that has the choice trigger. The choice trigger is what makes or breaks this card. Also, the 5,500 power line is really good. Other Bang Dream combos do not sit big on your opponent's turn, which is a reason why you'd want to play this card. Because with like a global 5 or some sort of support, you're sitting at 6, you're backing up to 8. That's the sweet spot for costless cards, trying to win board. I think those are the only reasons you play it. The Moshiro effect, I hate it. I hate ditching up front. The extra card helps a little bit.
I don't know if I like the fact that it forces you to ditch a character specifically.
Yeah, ditching a character is actually super cringe. I don't think original MASH has that.
I'm really glad Brian brought that up, because when we were talking about this before, that was something I was talking about that no one else seemed to really vibe with me on, is that like I've played with the MASH combo in Grand Order a little bit. It's really not a great combo, forcing you to have to like ditch up front, but at least with that one you can discard anything.
Mm-hmm.
And at least as far as Fate Grand Order is concerned, the deck you would play that in, which is like Book Bar, you're playing Bar Trigger and Book, which can draw you more climaxes. So you have a way to like actually ditch your climaxes during the attack step, which can be nice. But being forced to discard a character with this is kind of awkward. Especially too if you're running event cards, which a lot of Bang Dream decks are probably going to want to. You're probably not running Warehouse with this card, but I guess you could be running Toilet with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
guess
really
you're not
think
running
it's
that other level 1 event, but
I really think it's
general.
the choice trigger and the power line, and the fact that it's just an on-attack combo, that you can loop it. Notably with choice, I keep saying the choice trigger is nice, is because Bang Dream does not have a choice finisher that you can play unless you're playing mono Hello Happy for the most part.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to play choice trigger in like a quote-unquote normal mixed band deck, this is your only option for playing the trigger. And choice trigger does bring a lot to a deck on its own. I think it's slept on how strong choice trigger is throughout the game, because every deck uses stock, right? Like free brainstorms that don't impact your, stuff like that. It's just a clean bag.
Yeah.
Like it has a lot more benefit to like your long-term game plan than I think people give it credit for. So if you did want to play this card, it would not be because the combo is anything amazing. In fact, the combo is subpar. It would be, okay, it's a 5,500 body, and it gives me the trigger I would need. The combo is at least some deck speed, but it is subpar. We'll agree on that. The combo is definitely subpar.
That about sums up my thoughts on it, yeah.
Does Hello Happy World not have a choice trigger at level 1 for a combo?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think so.
Do not believe they do.
They have the Iron Man Misaki finisher off choice, and I'm pretty sure that's the only choice that Hello Happy has.
That was the first choice ever, actually. That combo. So if you wanted, like I said, if you wanted to play like a general mixed band deck that had choice trigger in it, this is your only real option. Because that card, you have to run a ton of other cards to make it work. I'm pretty sure, if I'm remembering it correctly.
I don't know about a ton of other cards, but you have to play the Cocohiragari that goes with it.
Okay. So your level 3 lineup's basically set outside your early play.
It takes up too many slots. I'm not a huge fan of the combo, really. But yeah, this...
I think at the very least you guys talked me up from what I would have given it before this conversation. Like,
it's just a trigger.
Choosing it for the trigger rather than the combo. Like, the combo's good enough.
Mm-hmm.
And gives you access to choice.
It's not great. It's just a generalized music choice.
Yep.
Alright, we can just move on. Ryan.
Alright, we've got Toko, level 0, 1000 power. On play, look at the top 2 cards of your deck, put them back in any order. At the start of your opponent's draw step, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's level 1 or higher, put this card into your stock. You may put this, so it's a coin flip that coin flips to stock, if I'm reading that correctly.
Yep.
And it's a top 2 rearrange. Interesting.
Going first, it's pretty good. Because there's no way the card lives, right?
That's true, yeah,
but
1000 power. Mm-hmm.
I think we also talked about this briefly. I think that my problem with this card, right, is that a normal coin flip, which also have other effects that exist, can, attack on your first turn, which is like the primary use case for this card, and then come back to your hand and then attack again.
Right.
Therefore generating 2 stock.
Yeah, but again, if we're assuming that the coin flip's not living anyway, if the coin flip whiffs, right? So you, in the case where the coin flip succeeds, and you pop a coin flip back to your hand, play it down, swing, get another stock.
Well, yeah, that's
you generated an extra stock. But with this card, if you succeed your coin flip, this goes to stock and generates you that stock anyway.
But it didn't. So
it didn't deal damage, but it did generate.
Yeah,
your
no.
stock.
Well, I think the not deal damage part is the kicker.
That's pretty important.
If your coin flip hits and attacks again, it also has another chance to coin flip. This is one and done. Like,
I mean,
it can
I
keep
guess
coming
so.
back.
I suppose it does, but this has a lot more valuable effect on it than most normal coin flips do, right? Like the look at 2 rearrange.
I don't know about that. I think they've been printing coin flips with a lot of different effects. But I mean, you're right. The second effect does scale well. But
Like throughout the game too. Like if you have, do you really want to be playing a coin flip back down later in the game, or would you rather just have the extra stock for free?
if I have a direct lane, I would. That's for sure. Like,
What
just
would
a free
rather what?
plus. If I have a direct lane, I would. Just a free plus. A chance to go overhand. Like, I don't know. A normal
I mean, like, let's say you have like a healthy hand size, and you could be playing this or a normal coin flip when you have a free lane
Normal
to swing
coin
with.
flip.
I would rather have the chance of getting the stock because I don't want to play this card back down next turn.
Why not?
Because I'd rather play something else because it's, you know, later on in the game. I'd rather play a level 1 or a level, like an early play or something else.
But what
I
if
don't
you have
want
an
to be
open
forced
lane?
to have to play that
The
coin
only-
flip down.
The only time you can play a coin flip anyway is when you have an open lane.
Yeah,
in the
but
game.
this actually ramps you stock then in that case, right?
The other one also
The
ramps
coin
you
flips-
stock.
It
it
wouldn't ramp
attacks
you
again.
stock.
Yeah, it does.
If it goes, well, no. If it goes back to your hand, and then next turn you play it again.
Yes,
to more
yes,
characters
okay,
and
sure.
attack.
This does give you 2 stock on your following turn. I get it. I get what you're saying.
Like in the cases where you have another card to play down,
Yeah,
other than the coin flip.
I don't think that's a reason to play this over a normal coin flip because this card is worse in the early game, where coin flips
Yeah,
are most impactful.
I agree with Carmen here. I think in most cases I'd rather have a normal coin flip. For the reason that Carmen was explaining. If the coin flip, when you play a coin flip, it can come back to hand and it can continuously loop itself and generate infinitely more stock. And while this card does have the top 2 rearrange effect stapled to it, I think the fact that even if a normal vanilla coin flip pops back to your hand, and you do have other things that you'd rather play over it, it's still an extra card in your hand. You have, I mean, it's Weiss Schwarz. We have drop search, drop salvage, ways to filter cards in your hand into something else, and that is a card in your hand you can do something with. This just turns itself into a stock and doesn't do anything else. That's my position on it, at least.
That's a fair point. Yeah,
I mean,
it is a free filter then.
It's like, I don't know. I would never play this card over the Rinko coin flip that already exists, which is just a 2,500 coin flip. Like, I would never sleeve this card.
Does the
over
Rinko have
that.
a second effect, or is it just 25?
It is 1,500 that gets 1,000 when you need a field condition or something. Like,
See,
pretty thick.
if it were me, I'd play this every day of the week because I really value the top 2 rearrange. But
Yeah, I don't care.
you know,
about that
I get where
effect.
you're coming from with it too. Like,
Unless I'm playing
it's a good point.
standby, I don't give an absolute shit about that effect. Like, it doesn't actually matter unless you're playing standby. Like, everything outside of it is just confirmation bias. Because those top 2 cards of your deck could be anything. It could be any card. It doesn't really matter. And the only instance it matters when you're not playing a standby deck is when you're going for game and you want to peek at your triggers. Which is like, sure, you could also just attack in the normal way with the knowledge of what you have and just count your triggers and make like a decent enough valuation of how you should order your attacks. Like, I don't know. I would never sleeve a copy of this over the Rinko coin flip. The Rinko coin flip is like a normal coin flip, I'm pretty sure is always better than this card in terms of how it works. The only case for this card being better than a normal coin flip is that it gives you 2 stock on your second turn going first, which I don't think Bang Dream gives a single lira shit about. So I don't think there's a point to it. But I mean, whatever.
I mean,
It's fine.
It seems okay. Yeah. I mean, like I said, I'd just rather play a normal coin flip over it.
I like the look at 2 rearrange.
We know.
I love seeing those words on cards.
We know.
That's fine.
All right, next card. 2/1 Toko. On play, if you have 4 more other characters, you can ditch any card. If you do, choose a climax in your opponent's waiting room, take all their cards from their waiting room, return them to their deck. Your opponent shuffles their deck. It is a 1-card Fumio, where you have to have full field but it's only ditch 1, and it's at level 2.
Hmm. Yeah,
Unlike the Orisa Fumio.
yeah. The main cost being that your full field has to be Morfonica trait.
Oh, your whole field has to be Morfonica. Never mind. So it's only for Morfonica. But if you're playing Mono Morfonica and you're playing Japanese format, this card lets you dodge the ban list. Play Stock Swap and Fumio in the same deck.
Broken.
Pretty
What kind of
sick.
card then?
Wait, is Orisa 3/2 on the ban list?
Yeah.
Like choice list?
Yeah, the
Yeah.
Bang Dream choice list has been around forever.
I didn't realize the Orisa was on it. That's kind of crazy.
Yeah, no, it's Orisa, Free Fresh, and Stock Swap. Which goes to show that they don't like Stock Swap Fumio existing. It's just that no one plays Konosuba. In Japan, no one plays Konosuba. Yeah, I mean, for Mono Morphonica, you play this card. We can rate it as if it's a mono, like, only in that deck, and I'm pretty sure you play it.
And Mono Morphonica seems
This
pretty
is-
good to me, yeah.
This is what that stupid Hawk card from Seven Deadly Sins should have been. Like, why wasn't it just this? Like, why is it pay 3 overall rest a character, where this is just ditch a card? Oh, but you gotta have a full field Morphonica. Who cares? Who cares?
Bushiroad owns Bang Dream. They want to make it good.
Yeah, I guess.
I mean, to be fair, I have been hit with that Hawk a bunch of times now. It catches you off guard.
Well, yeah, because you're just like...
I wouldn't expect anyone to play
Yeah,
it
I was
either.
just like, what kind of idiot would pay 3 and rest for Fumio?
Tyler.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, well, that's what I'd be thinking as I get hit by this. Like, this guy better have the nuts already. But I mean, it's Tyler. He's a sack, like everybody else. Everybody I play against is a sack, and I'm the best. That's how you got to think of Weiss Schwarz. How you keep going. All right. Anyway, next card.
All right.
Back to Andy.
My turn?
Yep.
All right. I think this is my girl, Nanami.
Yep.
Oh, baby, I got it right. When this is played from hand to stage, you can choose a character in your hand, level equal to or lower than your level, throw it down on the field, and give it a soul. So it plays something for free from your hand, which is cool, I guess. And on attack, you can pay 4. If you do choose one of your characters, and that character gets the ability, when this card's damage is canceled, you can deal the same amount to your opponent. So you can kind of like... Well, I don't think the cost is as prohibitive as you might think at first on this, right? Because you're playing another level 3 for free.
Right.
And giving it a
With
soul, yeah.
So you play this alongside your finisher or something.
So you're saving yourself 2 stock there already, and then you can use the stock you get from your attacks to pay for this. So it's
Is there
Well-
a, like...
Well,
level
you would
3
have to be swinging with this second
right.
at the latest. So you only, and it's on attack, so you could generate 1 more stock going into it. But
Is there a level 3 in Bang Dream that has inherent cancel burn? There's just the Kokoro Musashi, right?
Kokoro Musashi, I'm pretty sure, yeah.
So, like, the card to play alongside this is Kokoro Musashi, I'm pretty sure. I don't think there's a better card. I don't even think there's a cancel burn combo in Bang Dream, if I'm remembering correctly. Bang Dream has a
when
lot
this
of cards.
card's damage is canceled. Couldn't you play it alongside a finisher? Like, is there like a big finisher that burns for like a last shot sort of thing, or something that burns for 3? I don't know.
Yeah,
I mean,
Burns
yeah,
is
it's
either
anything that burns, because it's damage originating from this card. But then your
I don't think I'd
combo would
want it
have
on
to be cheap.
Birdcage because that's a small burn. I'd want it on like a bigger burn.
Oh, you want 1 big burn, okay.
Maybe like the Kasumi finisher that's burning for the number of warehouses or something.
Maybe, yeah.
The Paul Clinton, the Blue Roses Aka that burns for 5.
It has to be something affordable, and it has to be something that burns for a lot. So it is probably the Kasumi from Bang Dream 1. Would you want to put this on? Or the Kokoro Musashi, which would be Climaxless.
Mm-hmm.
Because then you'd have both abilities kick. Like, your swing for 4, if it cancels, you can either do the Musashi or do this in whatever order you want, depending on your opponent's deck state.
But then they just eat the attack from the Musashi and you don't get anything.
Well, you can do it in whatever order you want. You do the Musashi second. Because you know Musashi's going to mill a Climax and burn 1.
Well, can you really do it second, though?
Yeah, you
That's the
can.
thing, because you need the stock to attack. So you'd have to
No,
attack with
I'm
this
talking
first
when
thing.
your ordering of auto effects between doing Musashi or doing the repeat. You can choose the order that you do those in.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. That's
But
like...
what I was saying is if they eat the initial attack from the Musashi, then you don't get the Musashi burn or this burn.
No, you don't. Which is the problem with this card. You have to pay for an ability, or even if we read this as pay 2, right? Because we're summoning another thing, would you do it? Right? Like, I think that's the thing. It's like, would you do this effect if you read it as pay 2, since you get a level 3 for free? I'm pretty sure the answer is no. I don't think I'd pay 2 up front.
As an often, I think I'd rather just play the Kokoro Musashi.
Yeah, just on its own.
Yeah.
Which would save you 2 stock.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so.
I
Wait.
don't like it.
I don't know. Someone can crunch the numbers and tell us. I don't want to think any more about it.
Yeah, I don't think it's that good. I think the summon and give a soul is fine. I think the other effect is way too cute. Alright, next.
Alright. We have Nanami again. Level 0 2K. If you have one or fewer other characters, this gains 1500 power. Sits at 3500. At the beginning of your opponent's attack step, you may move this card to the empty left slot in your front row.
Like that Kontai card, but it goes left instead of right.
Runs left, yeah. The Kontai one also sits at like 3500, right? Or something. That's
It's the same
fine.
card. It's the same
Yeah.
card, literally.
Solid. 35 center runner, quote unquote center runner.
yeah. I mean,
It's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
I'd consider it if I needed an oversized field plus.
Really? You'd only give Armin a B?
In Bang Dream, would I give Armin? No, you know what? It's probably better than that. It's probably a B plus. It is a really good field plus profile.
Is Armin just B plus now? Armin's not. An
Yeah,
A tier card anymore?
I don't think Armin is like. I don't know. What did we give? So the thing about an actual center runner, right? With a more normal condition, normal being literally anything other than one or few other characters. Because that means that if you tri-field, this card gets small. I think are inherently better than.
Well, if you're tri-fielding, then you have nowhere to run.
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about your follow-up turn. Like, why would you want your card to be small again? Especially if it ran away and then you played a power pump, right? Because then you can only get 2 attacks. Like, it is limiting. It's more limiting than you think.
The runners that sit at 35 with other conditions like Emilia and Armin that the trade-off hand are able to hold field a little bit better, definitely, than this.
Yeah,
And I think that's the reason it's not quite an A tier card.
Yeah, the one or few other is like worse than I think it might read. Because like you're being like, oh, who cares going first, right? But you know, is what it is.
Yeah, I mean, going first, this card's sick.
But yeah.
But then the turn after, when you tri-field it, it gets worse.
Yep. All right, next. Another Toko. It's a global 5. It's 1/0 yellow card. You can change into this 1/0 Toko, which I believe is a beater. Yeah, it gets 500 power times field. It attacks. And it just changes from waiting room. So you don't even have to have it to your hand. It can just change. Then it has pay 1, rest 2, mill 2, salvage extra lower X is equal to the combined level of the cards you milled. So cigarettes. Card is fine. Like maybe a 1/1 split because it's a global 5. The same color as your level 1 combo if you're playing Morfonica. So it makes that card sit at 6k, which is like your sweet spot, like we mentioned. But in terms of like the card itself, it's pretty fucking mediocre.
Yeah, it seems really, really meh. I see what they want you to do here. They want you to slam this card, do the cigarettes effect, then change the rested card, smack something with the big one.
Yeah, they want you to rest this, change the other one, and then you get another attacker. Which is cool. Like, that's cool. That, like, it's basically a rest self, but you have to rest this card, and then it changes.
What's the other half do again?
It's just an on-attack games 500 times other.
See, I'd rather just play this card on its own.
Probably.
And not have a waste of spot on the change target.
Mm-hmm.
There's a global 500 that you can, like, use to cigarettes. You know, that's, like, that can be useful.
Well, the idea is that, like Brian said, you can tap it for the effect and then change it.
Yeah, that's the idea, but
Yeah, the beater I just checked can't even give power to itself. It's on attack, give power to other.
Oh, it's a Shimakai. Ah,
Yeah.
okay, it's some utility.
that makes it a bit better, I think. But
That's utility.
you probably have a level 0 that can do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
There is. Yeah, there's a Hello Happy World level 0 that does that.
This card's pretty whatever. It's fine.
Yeah, it's.
I don't think it's
whatever.
unplayable, but not good.
I'd give it like a B minus maybe. That's like it's fine. It's pretty good, pretty decent.
The Shimakai we just talked about. I guess we can rush through this. Nobody has to use their turn. Probably the same.
Yeah, same as the other.
Yeah. All right. Back to Andy.
Okay. Your other character in the front row center slot gets 500 power, and when the battle opponent of your other character gets reversed, choose one of your characters, give 1,000 power, so you get a rolling power or whatever.
I
don't know what to
yeah,
call it.
it's rolling. Yeah. Not revenge, rolling.
Mm-hmm.
She's the drummer. Interesting. Yaru drummer.
Well, she's playing like a Dahar in the last picture, though. What?
Yeah. Well, she's. Oh no, she's got the drums in the background. I see. I see. Card's pretty fucking whatever.
Yeah, I
Like
don't.
one step above unplayable.
It's like a solid deck card, maybe, right? Like
Maybe. I don't know.
you can throw this in your front row as like a. I don't know. You can like get some cheeky little power pumps.
I mean, I guess you are Bang Dream. You're not expecting to win board. Maybe
I
you
don't
can
know.
try to.
It's
salvage
probably
one
not.
and
I don't know.
win
It's
the
not
turn
like
with it.
the worst thing, but
Not
Bang
good
Dream
either.
are probably not playing it.
All right, next. Brian.
All right, we've got this Nanami again. 2/2 gets -2 levels while on stage, so it can be level 0 bombed. If you have 2 or more other music characters, gains 1,500 power, sits at 10/5, and the character across from it can't side attack. And when this card is placed on the stage from your hand, if you have a full field, you can choose a music character in your waiting room, put it into stock. So it is a 2/2 that plays for 1, sits at 10/5, and prevents the character across from it from side attacking. And then dies to level 0 bombs.
Oh, or level 1 bombs.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Yeah, it's.
You have better options for like 2 soul beaters for 1 stock, I think.
Yeah. I mean, I like the fact that while it is a level 0 on stage, it prevents it from being side attacked. It still walls up a little bit.
Yeah,
plays
it
for 1, but
still forces a trade, I guess, but it would always do that if your opponent was bombing. So
yeah, I mean,
But like,
if you're being bombed, sure.
who's
If your
running level 0 bombs?
or level 1 bombs?
oh, a lot of level 1
I guess level
bombs.
1 bombs work too, don't they?
Yeah.
But not cost bombs, because
Yeah,
it's still cost 2.
Right. Most level 1 bombs being played these days are level 1 bombs, I feel like. So this would be fairly safe in a lot of matchups, I feel like. But even then, it's still just kind of meh. It's a 2/1 10/5.
At least it has 2 soul.
It does have 2 soul.
I still don't like it.
That's
Not a fan.
I don't know. I'm conflicted.
All right, I think we'll cut off the video here, and then we'll come back.
Wait, isn't there
with
blue
RAS
later on
again.
that has
Yeah, there's green and blue still. This is about halfway, so we'll probably cut it here, and then we'll do the other half.
all right.
That
Okay.
sounds good to me.
All right, we'll see you guys in the next one.